Hello and welcome to 40 Days of Engaging Heaven. This is Life Coach Dennis taking you through. And today we are on the 32nd day of our time of prayer and fasting. Can you believe it? We are 88 days to go. This is an amazing experience. I don't know, but somehow I have this strong belief that some of you have begun seeing and experiencing God in your life, in your situations, in your growth, in your directions. And God is making a way where there is no way. And those who are even coming in at this particular moment and want to continue praying and fasting, as you receive this video from the ones that are going to share it, I pray that you may be able to hear the voice of God that is calling upon you and asking you for a time of prayer, a time of fasting, that you can be able to seek the face of the Lord. Of course, fasting comes with very many other physical benefits, but I just want us to focus on the spiritual benefits, that we may grow together and we may grow to a place whereby God is able to hear us and we are able to hear Him and we have a common understanding. And today I just want to bring forth an issue that has been disturbing a few people who have been writing to me. And this is what the theme of our day is: They that wait upon the Lord. So we are going to read from Isaiah chapter number 40 from verse 27. This time round I want to go like Bible study, how we go verse by verse, so that we can be able to bring out the message of the Lord in a beautiful and wonderful way. So verse number 27 says, "You people of Israel say, God pays no attention to us. He doesn't care if we are treated unjustly." And this has been the calling and the things that have been coming to me in my time of counseling. And people have been saying, God doesn't hear me. My prayers don't seem to pass the roof. And I don't think God even cares of what is going through me. And I don't think you are a first one, as you have heard from the word of the Lord, that the children of Israel were complaining to God that He does not care if they are treated unjustly. And many other times when we go through particular situations, we want to believe that God does not care. And these are the whispers of the enemy in our minds and in our ears to just make us think that God is not on our side, that God is not perpetuating our or seeking out to sort us out. And more so when predicaments come upon us and we think that we are going to drown in them. And you imagine Jesus hanging on that cross, how many times He would have really wanted for God to just allow Him to come out of that cross. But sometimes God has to allow us. And the real thing I want us to get here is, when we are going through particular hardships, is there are three ways that can make us go through hardship. Number one, our own mistakes. This is where sin comes in and we have faulted, and therefore we get, even children, when they have done mistakes in the house, their parent, however loving they may be, they have some they discipline these children, and when they are going through discipline, it is not an easy thing. So sometimes our sin, and we don't rush in to check into our inside when we have sinned. Sometimes we just want to rush in and say God is to blame for everything without even checking in. Number two, we need to understand if it is the enemy. The enemy, or rather the devil, has a hand in it. Because sometimes the devil will just want to sabotage your things, sabotage your situation, sabotage your goodness from coming down your road. You remember the book of Daniel. Daniel had asked the Lord to do something for him, and it was answered on the very first day. So when Daniel was undertaking a 21-day fast, the angel was dispersed to go and give a message to Daniel. But then immediately he was dispersed. For 21 days he was held by the prince of Persia. The prince of Persia was a demonic power that was ruling over Persia. And so he was able to stop the angel from bringing the answer. And so Angel Michael was sent to intervene. And when he intervened, that is when the message was delivered to Daniel. And he was told, on the first day that you decided to pray and fast, I answered you. And this is the message that the Lord has for us, that on the first day you began praying, on the first day that you started off the journey of prayer, even in this 40 days of prayer and fasting, that the Lord answered your prayer. And so some of you have already experienced the answer to their prayers, but you're still continuing because this is about faithfulness. It is more about obedience than anything else. And some of you have not yet even experienced. In fact, yesterday I met someone who was telling me that the more we pray for our father, the more he becomes an alcoholic and he drinks more. When we stop praying, things calm down. And this is the encouragement that I want to give us. That it is not, when you see the heightened activity of the enemy, it really means that your prayers are working, and so he is adding an additional power so that he can counter your prayers. So what you need is not to disengage prayer, but rather to engage a higher gear in terms of prayer so that you can be able to maneuver, because now you have even an indication that it is truly the enemy. So don't back off. Push on. Push hard. Give the devil a battle he has never seen, because it is not even yours to give. It is the Lord. The Lord says the battle belongs to me. So yours is to stand. Ephesians chapter 6 says stand and put on the whole armor of God. And so this is the encouragement that I have for us, that you arise as a prayer warrior. Arise and fight on. Don't quit, and don't quit on yourself, and don't quit on God. And the third thing that I want to share about is that can allow suffering in our lives is the situation where God allows the enemy to test us. You know, St. Peter was about to deny the Lord, and he didn't even know, because he had stood for the Lord all along. But Jesus told him that the devil has asked to sieve you. And when one time the devil was upstairs, you know, seeking to just visiting heavens, he was asked by God, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I was roaming about the earth." He was asked, "Have you seen my servant Job?" And he said, that guy is, you know, it's because you have protected him. That's why he is like that. If you should remove the protection around him, you'll see he will curse you. And the Lord gave permission to the devil to go and test Job. So the third aspect is God may allow for you to be tested.